look back at the medical care you receive, it becomes clear that what matters most isn't just where you receive care, but the quality of that care. After all, it's your health, so it's only natural to want more. More skilled physicians and more specialized services. Of course, you also want more technology, like the latest medical equipment and advanced treatment options. However, it's important that healthcare innovations and advanced diagnostics also come with more personalized, one-on-one care from trusted providers. You'll find all of that and much more right here at Cameron Hospital. Cameron Memorial Community Hospital, moving forward. When you look back at the medical care you receive, it becomes clear that what matters most isn't.
Steuben County REMC wants to give your students a memorable experience this summer. For an unforgettable day, high school students can apply for Page Day and spend the day in session with the Indiana Senate. High school students looking for a trip of a lifetime, check out the Indiana Youth Tour and have the Washington, D.C. experience. For your younger students in the 6th grade wanting to spread their wings, Touchstone Energy Camp is perfect for them. We can't forget the young artists in the family. Students of all ages can submit their artwork to the Cooperative Calendar Art Contest. Did I mention it's all free? Find out more information or apply at www.remcsteuben.com.
Are you ready to join the Triton Metal Products starting lineup? You could be a Triton if you have grit, a strong work ethic, and you're ready to make a meaningful difference in your life. Triton offers excellent pay, great benefits, and we will train you. Join an elite team of minds plus machines. Apply now at tritonmp.com/careers. Are you ready to join the Triton Metal Products starting lineup? You could be a Triton if you have grit, a strong work ethic, and you're ready to make a meaningful difference in your life. Triton offers excellent pay, great benefits, and we will train you. Join an elite team of minds plus machines. Apply now at tritonmp.com/careers.
Farmer State Bank opened its doors and began serving our communities in 1915. For more than 100 years, Farmer State Bank is focused on helping our communities grow and succeed.
When I think about Farmer State Bank, the first word that comes to my mind is togetherness.
Teamwork, helpful.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
He's not gonna pick her. No.
Oh, is this really happening? It's like it was destiny. Reese's Pieces and cookie dough together in a DQ blizzard. Bet you didn't see that coming.
I did not see that coming.
I did.
Hold on, are we still talking about the blizzard?
I wonder if they're still together. No.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert, the Reese's Pieces cookie dough blizzard is like really good. DQ, happy tastes good.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome into high school wrestling on Hometown Media. Tonight, it is senior night for the Angola Hornets as they play host to the DeKalb Barons. As always, welcome to have Grant Tingley with us tonight. And Grant, this is a pretty good season Angola Wrestling's got going right now, ranked second in Class 2, or ranked sixth in Class 2A.
Yeah, good start to the season. 11-3 so far, 7-2 in conference. They got a lot of good young guys, 4 great seniors, some guys, semi-state qualifiers coming back, hoping to make it to state this year. Yeah, and so far, team-wise, it's been mostly good. A couple tough losses, but other than that, they've looked good so far.
And they got a big boost when Cameron Straw decided to come back and wrestle his senior year. After going 38-3 his sophomore season, finished first in the NECC, second in the sectional, second in the regional, and was a semi-state qualifier. Didn't wrestle for personal reasons last year as a junior, but he's back as a senior, and he's been a big boost.
Oh, yeah, it's great to have Cameron Straw back. Missed last year, but you could tell he wanted to come back. He went to some of the tournaments when he could, was around the team a lot, and it's a huge boost. I mean, it's like getting a big ticket free agent. You know, baseball season, like Juan Soto.
Yeah.
You know, almost made it to state as a sophomore, and now you get him as a senior, and hopefully he makes it to state this year.
Blake Denman's back this year, 13-2. Was a state qualifier last year. Actually made it to the ticket round last year.
Yeah, almost made it to state, semi-state qualifier, ticket round, that close. So you think as a senior, he can make it to state and do some damage down there.
So DeKalb, well, unfortunately, there was nothing online about DeKalb wrestling. We had to actually do some investigative work to figure out who their lineup was tonight, because their roster's actually listed more like a basketball roster. They got their grades and their heights, but no weights.
No weights. Interesting for a wrestling roster, but we figured it out.
That's what photos of the book are for.
Yes, exactly.
So we'll start out at 126. And speaking of Cameron Straw, he will go right out of the chute at 126.
Yep. Against, looks like Will Army. After a forfeit at 120 in favor of DeKalb.
And I believe that's the only forfeit listed,
from what I can see, yes,
in the roster tonight, which is a far cry from what this was when Russ Tingley took this program over 5 years ago. The wrestlers they had were good enough to compete. It's just they had too many empty weight classes.
Yeah, it seemed like half the team was forfeits at that point.
And it's hard to pull off a win.
Especially with all those forfeits, they count the same as a pin, the most points you can get.
Yeah.
So it's tough when you have holes in the lineup like that.
Cameron Straw working that upper body, tried to roll him over, couldn't quite get it. And he will get the takedown. And there's one of the new rules this year. Yes. Takedowns now worth 3 points.
Yeah, takedowns 3 points, and you now have 4-point near fall for a 5 count, a 2-point near fall for a 2 count, and you still have the 3-point near fall. Makes it more like freestyle wrestling, like Olympic wrestling.
And a lot more scoring.
Yes, a lot more points. We already saw in the JV matches how many points. I don't know if the scoreboard can handle how many points are being scored, but I think it might make matches more exciting. So I'm excited to see some of these matches with these this new point scoring system.
As we mentioned, Cameron Straw on the season is 13-2.
And right now trying to work that arm, get him on his back. Cam's still working that shoulder, but Army not really letting him get the advantage. Good job fighting it off so far on bottom.
Cameron Straw scored the only 3 points of the match to this point, and that's going to be the end of the first period. So Straw ends it with a 3-0 lead.
And really quick takedown, pretty dominant first period, but again, nice work from Army, not letting Straw get any more than 3 points.
Senior night for Angola too, which seems weird to have your last home meet before Christmas, but just due to the sheer not having very many home wrestling meets, and that's all schools, because so many are thrown into the super duels and
or tournaments, invitationals,
And Straw again scores 3 more.
Big move there.
And now he's trying to go for the pin. He's really close, trying to squeeze it up.
Needs to just get that left shoulder down.
Army doing a good job fighting it off. and able to get over to his belly, but it is a 10-0 lead for Cameron Straw.
Yeah, just dominant so far. Now at this point, he's probably just looking for the pin.
Right now, Wheel Army just trying to hold on for dear life, and Straw's trying to get him turned over.
Yeah, trying to get control of that arm and that wrist.
Coming up inside 50 seconds here in the second period.
And Straw's been dominant on his feet, getting Army down. But once Army is in the down position, a decent job keeping his base and not letting Straw get into those armpits and get control of those wrists.
Final 20 seconds of the second period.
And it looks like a stalling call on Army.
Yeah, Cameron Straw has dominated this match so far.
And although Army's doing a nice job blocking Straw, he's got to do a little more something on bottom, which is why you saw the stalling call. Can't just sit there.
You know, and you're getting ready to go to the third period. If you're Will Army, I mean, really your only chance to win is to find a way to pin Cameron Straw.
Yep. And in a dual meet like this especially, not necessarily as much in tournaments, invitationals, but at this point, you might not win, just don't get pinned. Give up that 4 points, team points.
Instead of the 6.
Instead of the 6, exactly.
So this time Army will start on top.
And quick movement there you saw from Straw. Army just holding on for dear life onto his leg. But gets the stalemate.
Again, Army will start on top.
And
Straw
nice,
right out of the chute.
Nice
spins
quick
around
turn
him.
there, yeah.
13-0 Cameron Straw.
Now it looks like Straw is going for the tech fall. Lets Army up.
Straw trying to get him turned over.
Oh.
And he's close. But a good job by Army to fight it off.
Still working.
And he's got it even closer. Referee taking a really good look, and that is a hard-earned pin for Cameron Straw.
Huge there from Cameron Straw, because had he not pinned them right there, that's a tech fall. That's 5 team points, but he gets him to his back, gets the pin for the 6 points. That's brilliant match from Cameron Straw.
Next up at 132 for DEKALB, Gage Williamson. For ANGOLA, Cooper Martin.
So Cooper Martin making his varsity debut for Angola. He has an 0-0 record.
Yeah, Cooper Martin, one of, I believe, 3 Angola wrestlers who won their challenge this week and are making their debut. And a good start if he can hold on, but can't quite.
He just lost the leverage there.
But they do give him the 3 points. And he gets another takedown.
And Cooper Martin with a 5-2 lead after falling behind early, 1-0. Martin is shot out to a 10-2 lead.
And it looks like, from what I can see, the scoreboard may not be correct with that score. They'll probably check, make sure after the first period ends.
Team-wise, we're tied at 6. Angola forfeited the first match of the night. Now to bounds, we'll go back to the middle, and they did correct the score. It's now 7-6. So now the scores table's calling the official over. I just think they want to make sure they have everything on the up and up right now.
Definitely. Just want to confirm. These new rules with more points makes it more exciting, but sometimes more confusing.
If you fall behind early with the more points, it gives you more of a chance to come back if you get down early.
Yeah, and I think that's what could make for some more entertaining and interesting matches is, I mean, even if you're down, say, 8-0, 2 takedowns, and you've cut it to within 2. I mean, 2 or 3 takedowns, and you can turn a match on its head.
So Cooper Martin will start from the bottom. And they did determine the 7-6 score was correct. That was close. I mean, closer than Cooper Martin would probably like to be.
Yes, he had a few close calls in that first period, but he also, the aggressiveness has him up 7-6.
So Martin will start the second period with a 1-point lead.
Yep, starting in neutral here.
And that was Martin's decision, right?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Martin deferred. So I think that was the DEKALB wrestlers call Williamson's decision. And he did get the takedown from it.
Couple of freshmen, Gage Williamson for DeKalb and Cooper Martin for Angola. And they're going to award 1 point to Williamson.
And Martin did a good job there. The head was high for Williamson, reaching for his head, but you got to have an arm in there. You can't just take the head. But it looks like Williamson will let Martin up. A nice ankle pick there from Williamson, and he gets that 3 points. Now has him on his back.
Martin, a nice job to fight it off. But he finds himself down 13-8 here in the second period.
And it looks like they gave Williamson 4 back points for that.
17-8 now.
Good movement on bottom here from Martin. He just needs to keep moving. Needs to keep moving.
And that'll send us to the third period. And Cooper Martin's got some work to do here in this third period. And much like we saw Will Army for DeKalb in that first match, it's come down to Martin, almost a pin or nothing here, but you don't want to get pinned.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to kind of walk that high wire. You're still trying to win, obviously, but you don't want to get caught in a bad situation, get pinned, give up those 16 points.
Cooper Martin fighting, and now Williamson trying to get him flipped over to his back. And that's a really vulnerable position right there, but Martin bounces right back out of it. And then Williamson trying to squeeze him up, but Martin trying to fight through it. But that'll go down as a pin, but a pretty good fight from the freshman Cooper Martin on his first varsity match.
Yeah, almost had him flipped a couple of times there, but Williamson settled it down and was able to get that pin.
Next up at 138 for DeKalb, Desmond Ramos. For Angola, Lane Popka.
So Desmond Ramos for DeKalb, and it'll be Lane Popka for Angola.
Yep, Lane, another one of the 4 seniors wrestling tonight.
Went 24-13 a year ago for Angola. And he's on pace to better that this year is coming into tonight. He's looking at a record of 10-5.
Yeah, and it gets quickly to work here on Ramos. Throwing in the legs, trying to get those back points.
So Popka out to the quick 3-0 lead. Only 2 home matches for Angola this year. They had the one with Lakeland last week, and then one earlier this week scheduled with Woodland was just canceled because Woodland
didn't have enough guys.
Had a maximum of 7, yeah.
Nice job here from
And Popka gets the pin.
Makes quick work. That was well done there from Lane Popka.
So team-wise, we're all tied at 12.
Next up at 144.
As Caden Funk will go for Angola and Tucker Snyder for DeKalb.
And you see again, Angola wrestler, quick takedown, getting right to work. Caden Funk trying to work on that head.
Caden Funk, a junior, came into tonight 8-7. And now he's working on a 3-0 lead here late in the first period.
And it looks like Tucker Snyder just got hit with a stalling warning. Really, at this point on bottom, just doing all he can not to get turned.
We're going to see one of the big guns for Angola coming up next. Dallas Davidson's 14-1 on the season. He'll be up next in the 150 weight class.
That'll be exciting to see him, and then a couple weight classes later, Blake Denman, another one of their more talented wrestlers.
And then we get back up the top. You know, Carter Shigag is 14-1, and Alex De La Cruz is 12-4. So we've really got the best of Angola yet to come, at least record-wise this year. But right now, Funk leads at 3-0 as we go to the second period.
And Funk gets another takedown there, given the 3 points.
Now leads at 6-0.
And you can see both periods so far, Funk being the aggressor right away, going after Snyder, getting that takedown, and then working on trying to turn him.
Snyder just trying to fight it off at this point. Funk trying to get into position to get him flipped over.
Now it looks like trying to get that cross face, but Snyder fights it off. And a nice job there from Snyder, fighting off that hand, breaking loose, getting that 1 point.
It's the first point of the match for Snyder as we're down to 30 seconds here in the second period. Funk trying to get him rolled over. And that'll be the end of the second period. Caden Funk with a 9-1 lead.
And good defense right there from Funk on that shot. Able to sprawl on that, not let him get control, and then get 3 points himself.
Tried to get him turned over. Now he's trying to get him in a little more vulnerable position.
Yeah, and right now for Funk, it's just about points, 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 or that pin. Right now you're in a major decision position, but you'd love to get as many points as possible.
Clock ticking away, down to 45 seconds here in the third period. And not a lot of action, but for Caden Funk, you're okay with that.
Yeah, where you are right now, well, he gets called for a stalling warning. But yeah, he's just trying to preserve that major decision, get those 4 points for the team. They're content with that. That'd be a good win. If he can get him to his back and pin him, great. But Snyder has done a decent job fighting that off. So
yeah, you just don't want to make a mistake
exactly.
right now.
If you're Funk, just be smart. Well, he finally got him to his back, though.
And he got the pin
look at
at the 18-second mark of the third period. Caden Funk gets the pin, and Angola leads at 18-12.
Huge pin there from Funk. Finally able to get Snyder to his back with 18 seconds left. Get those 16 points.
Next up at 150 for DeKalb, Blaine Cook. For Angola.
So Blaine Cook for DeKalb. It'll be Dallas Davidson for Angola. Davidson tried to shoot the legs, but
good defense there from Cook.
Yeah. So I mentioned on the season, Dallas Davidson 14-1. Davidson trying to get the position.
And Davidson not only very athletic, but a very good technical wrestler. He knows a lot of moves. He knows how to defend a lot of moves, as you saw there.
Davidson out to the 3-0 lead here in the first period.
Trying to drag that half. Going for the cradle.
Couldn't quite get it locked in.
Nope, Cook fought that one off.
And that's the end of the first period with Dallas Davidson leading 5-0.
Yep, Davidson
got those points right there at the end.
Able to get him to his back for just enough time to get those 2 back points at the end of the period.
Davidson trying to secure that right arm.
Yep. Davidson working on that half again, but Cook keeps shedding it off.
And this is how a good chunk of this match has gone between these two.
Yeah, a lot of it just Dallas Davidson on top, trying to get control of those arms and get him to his back, which he does have control of the left arm right now. But Cook keeps fighting.
Minute left here in the second period. Hornets trying to pick up their 12th win of the season against only 3 losses. That's good enough to have them ranked 6th in Class 2A this year.
And Davidson finally gets him to his back. Let's see if he can settle and get the pin.
I'm trying to bridge out of it and does. But Davidson picks up 4 more points and leads at 9-0.
And now going for more.
Yep, now he's got him to his back. And again, Cook defends it. And that's the end of the period.
And Davidson up 13-0 going into the third period.
That's kind of been a common theme with the Angola wrestlers tonight.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of matches like this, dominant.
And now.
And there's the tech fall.
Yep, 15-0, that's a tech fall. And Dallas Davidson improves to 15-1 on the season.
Up next at 157, for DEKALB, Jacob Johnson-Hu. For Angola, Thor Anderson.
So Jacob Johnson-Hoon for DEKALB. And Thor Anderson for Angola.
Went outside the mat a little bit there. Knocked down the ref. Looks like he's okay.
Well, if Thor ever decided to go to the next level professionally, changing his name wouldn't be one of the things he'd have to do. He's got a perfect wrestling name.
Yes, the quintessential wrestling name. That's Thor is, I mean, you can't really find a better wrestling name. He chose the right sport.
And out of bounds.
Yeah, Johnson-Hoon able to get that leg, but a good fight there from Thor Anderson.
To allow him not to get any points.
Yeah.
For Thor, this is his first varsity match of the season.
And trying to get that leg. And we get stalemate.
Minute 23 in the period. Angola leads at 23-12, and they still have several of their top wrestlers to come, including Blake Denman and Lucas Lentz, Carter Shigag, and Alex De La Cruz.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of points still to be scored. Good takedown there from Thor. Thor Anderson, one of 3 freshmen in the lineup tonight for Angola.
And he's up against the senior.
Yeah, this weight class, it can be tough swimming for a freshman. You got a lot of seniors up in this weight class range.
And right now, Thor with a 3-0 lead as time ticks away here in the first period.
Thor has control of the legs, just trying to turn him now.
And another stalemate,
yeah.
so.
So I think it was a stalling warning on Thor. Just had the legs and needed to be doing a little bit more.
He's got the 3-0 lead, 12 seconds left in the period. He almost
just ran out of time.
Yeah, had him in that direction, but the buzzer sounds to end the first period.
Johnson-Hoon deferred, and Thor takes down here. And a good job getting him to his back there. Had the escape, but took advantage.
Trying to get that left shoulder down. He's close. Not quite. Official giving it a good look, though.
Trying to scoop that head, get that shoulder down. But a nice bridge there from Johnson Hoon to get out of that.
Boy, he was within an inch of being pinned. That was a great job by Johnson Hoon to get out of that.
But now Thor in full control again, has the legs in, trying to get those back points. And needs to be careful. A strong crossface from Johnson Hoon there to get that reversal.
Now Thor trying to fight off Johnson Hoon for the final 25 seconds of the second period. 2 points for Johnson Hoon. Now it's 9-2. And that'll be the end of the period.
And the buzzer stings Thor again. Was about to have a reversal there, but ran out of time.
He still leads at 9-2, the freshman Thor Anderson for Angola.
It looks like Johnson Hoon will pick neutral for the third period. And if you're Thor here, again, like many other matches, be smart in this position. With the new point system, it can change in a hurry if
yes,
you're not
it can.
careful. So, and if you're Johnson Hoon, you know that. You got to be aggressive, try to get those takedowns, which he's got the leg now.
Good job by Thor Anderson to fight off Johnson Hoon.
Yeah, got that arm in.
Now they'll stand him back up with 1:09 to go in the period.
And also, if you're Thor, you're also trying to score still, trying to turn that decision into a major decision if you can. He gets called for stalling there.
Inside a minute. Thor Anderson still with that 9-3 lead. If you're Anderson, you just don't want to make a fatal mistake at this point.
That's right, but you still have to be wrestling.
Right.
Already got called for stalling. So be aggressive, not too aggressive. Just have to be smart about it. Keep working stuff, trying to get the stalemate there.
Yep, with 30 seconds to go.
Not back up, circle. Set stuff up, set up his shots. Don't reach. And if you're Johnson Hoon, you got to go.
Anderson went for the shot. Johnson Hoon tried to defend it off, but running out of time, down to 15 seconds. And that's going to do it. Thor Anderson is going to pick up his first varsity win.
A well-fought match there from Thor Anderson.
I think that's one he'll remember for a while.
I would say so, yes. A great first match. I'll tell you what, he did not look anything like a freshman wrestling their first varsity wrestling match right there.
And now we'll move on to 190, where Jake Carter, who runs camera for our basketball games, will be wrestling.
Looks like it's 165, actually. Blake Denman and Eli Schwab. Though it's kind of easy to confuse some of these guys.
The bleached
with the
hair.
Bleached hair.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And we're
I'm
sitting
like,
way
wait a
up
minute.
top.
I'm like, is that Blake Denman? Oh yeah, they all have bleached hair.
And Denman gets the takedown. That's 3.
Not trying to throw him to his back.
Denman 13-2 on the season, looking for the pin, couldn't get it.
And a little extracurricular there.
Denman shot the legs, trying to get him turned over. Denman scored points fast and furious here this first period. He leads at 11-2. And we found out in the few JV matches we had, the points on the board do not go over 19.
Apparently not. So it will just reset at 10.
You can almost hear a pin drop in here momentarily. As we're down to 3 seconds in the period. And Blake Denman will end the first period with an 11-2 lead.
Yeah, for Blake Denman, kind of reminiscent of a few other matches for Angola already tonight. Very dominant first period, just trying to work, get him to his back, got some back points.
Denman leads it 11-2.
Denman recognizing where he's at, trying to pull him back in here. But Schwab won't let him.
Denman trying to get him turned over.
And finally out of bounds.
And it'll bring us back to the middle with Denman leading 11-2 and a minute to go here in the second period.
And another quick takedown for Denman. Not trying to throw those legs in. And gets control of the head. There's
the pin. And Angola has now run out to a 32-12 lead. That was a hard-fought pin for Blake Denman.
A big one. Probably felt really good on senior night.
And now Gavin Hunt, a sophomore, will be making his varsity debut for Angola.
Yep, the third of the three making their debuts tonight. Against Dominic Pun for DeKalb.
And Don comes out trying to go for a quick pin, but good job by Gavin Hunt to fight him off.
Yeah, Pun working quickly here. Gets control of the arms.
Don got him over to his back, trying to get those shoulder blades down. Gavin Hunt fighting hard. And got back to his stomach. That was a good job by Gavin Hunt.
Fight. He looked dead in the water there, but he kept fighting, got back to base, and he's going to have to do it again.
And there's the pin.
Tough first match there for Hunt. From what I've heard, that is one of DeKalb's best wrestlers, if not their best wrestler. So a tough debut, but he fought.
And now it'll be Jake Carter.
Yes. Also with the bleach blonde hair.
As Tristan Blaker for DeKalb, Jacob Carter for Angola.
Blaker trying to spread out and not let Carter bring those legs up.
And now Stelmate will take us back to the middle with 1:31 to play in the period. Still no score.
And Carter, the fourth and final of the seniors wrestling here tonight. Trying to make it 4 for 4 on wins for the seniors. Trying to bring that leg up.
Jacob almost had him taken down.
And he gets the takedown.
Yep. And he takes a 3-0 lead, does Jacob Carter.
And now he's going to get hit for locking hands. That's always a tough position when you're trying to bring him back down to the mat. You got to let go quickly of those hands.
So a point to Blaker.
And going to get dinged again. And a reversal. Now Blaker going for the pin.
Now Jake just kind of got in a really bad situation there and couldn't get out.
And it was dangerous. Hunt was trying to bring him back down to the mat, but brought him on top of himself and turned into a pin.
So here's Lucas Lentz, 11-4 on the season for Angola.
Against Brady Long for DeKalb.
We saw Lucas make some big plays for the Angola football team this fall.
Yeah, Lucas, talented multi-sport athlete. He's really improved as a wrestler. Now as a junior. a great start to the season, 11-4 record.
I mean, you look at that Angola roster, they've got a lot coming back next year.
Yeah, even with the 4 seniors, going to hurt losing them, but you've got so many really good young guys who are still there for at least one more year.
I mean, up next we'll have Calvin Huddle. That'll be the 3rd freshman tonight.
Yep, and then you got a sophomore, you got plenty of juniors, and more freshmen coming in next year, challenging.
Still no score between Lucas Lentz Was it Brady Long?
Brady Long, yep, that is correct. One of 2 Longs on the DeKalb team. Now Lentz has control ahead, but ran out of time.
No score at the end of the first period. Angola leads it the match 32-24. And we'll have 3 matches left after this.
And I think that might have been the first scoreless first period of the night. And you see that 215 heavyweight, these higher weight classes, a little more methodical, not as much scoring, trying to find that edge.
Yeah, when we go back up to the top with Shigag and De La Cruz,
it's going to be a bit different.
It's a little bit faster.
Yeah, yeah. Nice job of escaping and turning that there from Long. Now he might have Lentz stuck. He does. Big pin there for DeKalb.
So now it's 32-30. As we'll go to 285 and freshman Calvin Hubble.
And this is the part of the lineup where DeKalb does have the advantage. They have some talented, bigger guys. Looks like it will be Owen Long, I assume Brady's brother, for DeKalb.
That is a huge size mismatch.
Just a little bit.
Again, this is a freshman against a senior.
Yeah, a 6'4" senior, big heavyweight.
Hubble fighting hard. But Owen Long trying to get him to roll over. Well, Hubble doing a nice job fighting it off so far. And that's the pin. And that's going to put DeKalb ahead with 2 matches to go.
A nail biter here.
Well, if you're Angola, you're going back up top to the lighter classes, and you've got 2 of your best going now. First, it'll be Carter Shigag, a sophomore, at 106. He's 14-1 on the season.
Yep, going against Tony Brown for DeKalb. And Shigag quickly gets the takedown.
Went 29-12 last year as a freshman.
Yeah, a
finished
very
second in the NECC,
season.
second in the sectional. Was a regional and semi-state qualifier. as a freshman.
He's one of a handful of guys who went to semi-state looking to do more this year and certainly have the ability to. Trying to get that half in. Turn Brown to his back. Brown fighting.
Three nothing, Chagog with the lead.
And you can see the flexibility from Brown, not letting Chagog take him to his back.
And now Chagog trying to muscle him right at the moment.
Now going for the other side.
Down to 20 seconds in the period. Chagog been in control pretty much this whole period, just not a lot of points.
And Chagog looks like content to let the period run out.
And that'll do it for the first period. Carter Chagog with a 3-0 lead.
Brown defers. Chagog looks like takes neutral.
Anthony Brown, just a freshman for the Barons.
And a nice ankle pick there from Chagog.
Yep, and he picks up 3 more points.
Now working on getting that arm. Trying to scoop that head. Gets him to his back. Can he settle it? But Brown fights it off. Gets back to his base. Another takedown here for Carter Chagog.
And Chagog has exploded out to that 13-1 lead. And he got the pin. And that puts Angola back in front by 2, 38-36. And
exactly what they were looking for there.
It's all going to come down to Alex De La Cruz. He's our final weight class of the night.
Yep, Alex De La Cruz and Nick Hartman for the win.
This is the 113 weight class.
And De La Cruz 12-4 so far on the season. Had his season cut short last year with a broken arm, but came back and looks to be good as he was when he left.
He qualified for state as a freshman, did Alex De La Cruz, and he scores early.
Yeah, probably would have gone back to semi-state last year if not for the injury. And he's picked up right where he left off again this year.
De La Cruz trying to get him flipped over.
Yeah, trying to get control of that ankle.
Inside a minute to go here in the first period.
And they'll go back to the middle.
16 seconds left in this period.
De La Cruz continuing to try to get control and drive Hartman, but Hartman so far fighting it off.
Trying to get control of that arm, but time will run out here in the first period, and De La Cruz leads at 3-0 after one. In the match, Angola leads at 38-36, which is our final match of the evening. So this is winner take all.
Yep. And you could see De La Cruz wanted neutral there, but as is a smart thing to do, Angola deferred. And it looks like Hartman chose neutral. Now De La Cruz has control ahead, trying to do something with it. I guess take on.
Yeah, 3 more for De La Cruz.
Hartman not giving De La Cruz much to work with right now.
Inside a minute in the second period. Compared to some of the other matches tonight, this one's relatively low scoring with De La Cruz a 6-0 lead.
Now De La Cruz
trying to get him pushed over. Crowd
gets him to his back.
Coming to their feet. De La Cruz close.
Needs to get that shoulder down. He'll reset, try to settle.
Now he's got a chance to roll him back over again. Boy, look at that. Angola sideline. That team is on. They are locked into every single move. And there's the pin, and Angola will take the match with 1 second left in the period, and Angola will win it 44-36.
What a finish.
It was a heck of a night of wrestling here at Angola. Hornets improved to 12-3 on the season, still 7-2 in conference play. And they will head to Wawasi on Saturday for the big wrestling invitation. I think, if I'm not mistaken, swimming's over at Wawasi too. So there'll be a lot of Angola purple and gold over in Syracuse this weekend. But fun match tonight for the Hornets. They get the win 44-36. A lot to be encouraged about with some of the freshmen that were making their varsity debuts tonight. Calvin Hubble, freshman, was 3-5, but he was significantly oversized.
Yeah,
but against the senior, that makes it tough.
Yeah, when you're wrestling heavyweight as a freshman, I mean, that's a child wrestling a man.
And it's what it looked like.
Yeah. But, he'll get that experience.
He'll
get stronger. Can only go up from here. And Gavin Hunt looked pretty good. Thor Anderson looked very good. Cooper Martin had flashes. All of these young guys, this is a big-time experience.
Got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
I mean, this is against a good team, too, in DEKALB.
Yeah, DEKALB, a solid team in recent years. I mean, they've been very good. Not as good this year, but still a very good team. But Angola able to pull it out with some big pins. That's what it came down to tonight, getting those pins, getting those extra team points.
Oh, man, I appreciate you helping out with our,
as always,
lone wrestling match of the season. There's we had 2 to choose from this year, tonight and last Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday last week.
Slim pickings.
And they actually wanted us to do tonight because it was senior night.
Yep.
But you only get 2 home matches a year. It makes it tough.
Yeah, but couldn't have asked for a better senior night, I'd say.
We got more sports tomorrow night. Girls basketball here on Hometown Media as Angola plays host to Lakeland. Then we're back here on Friday night for boys basketball as Angola plays host to Westview in a big NECC conference match. It's going to be interesting to see what that football game in South Bend on Friday night does to basketball attendance all across the state. Normally, you would say in northern Indiana with Notre Dame playing, Indiana and Notre Dame playing, well, it's pretty much the whole state.
Yeah, there might not be a big, well, the people who will be here, even if it's a lot of packed house.
There'll be a lot of looking down at the phones.
Yes.
Yep. I'm sure we'll have one on up here too. Angola wins at 44-36 till tomorrow night. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll have more Angola athletics tomorrow night here on Hometown Media.